Oh, the money shot, and I had the flashlight in front of the camera. Classic. So let's take a look at this, All right, we're back. This is one of my pieces. It's this Ryobi CS30. I was using it yesterday to trim up the yard. Stopped working on me. Just died. Started pouring out gas all over the place. And then when I tried to turn it on, the pull cord, I'm assuming broke, but I'm not sure. So what I'm gonna do is tear into it. One, see what's wrong with it, and two, see if it's even worth fixing. So let's go. We're gonna start by tearing off this front cover here. We're gonna do it on a little Torx head. I bought this thing used, God, I think last year. Piece of junk. Look at the back end here. Same screws just holding this in place. One. Two. So I get these front ones. That. So that's off now. Okay, there's two down here. Suppose I can take this off too. So this comes out. I'm gonna go look at the clutch here. That does not sound good, huh? So this looks like this has to be removed, this clutch. Okay. So this thing, the drum here is blocking this cover from coming off, so we need to take this off, which means we need to get, I'm assuming, like a little head in there, which means we need to block the cylinder from moving. So I'll get this spark plug out, see about getting this thing loosened up, throw some rope in there, start the process. All right, time for the spark plug, which I'm looking at this, probably 3/4. Yep. Okay. This is the original Champion. Pretty oily. I think I had this thing running rich because the carb's junk. Okay, looks okay though, just super carboned out. I don't even know how to get this thing to move. There's the head right there. We'll see if I can get something in there. It's pretty thin. So let's take a look at this, eh? Dang. Just smells roasted. All right, so here's the clutch. Here's the drum with the bolt stuck in there. Can't really get it out. There she is. So we're just gonna set this over here. Here's the clutch. My rope came out, so what I'm gonna do, put it back in, get that clutch off. It even has the thing which tells you which direction it goes. Lefty loosey. This thing's incredibly hard to work on. All right, there's a washer on top. So here's the clutch, here's the washer, goes on top. Here's the one that goes on the bottom. The moment everyone's been waiting for. Cover. And there's your problem with the pull start. Something came off. I started tweaking with it. Now it works again. Doesn't seem like a sure thing though. Yeah. Doesn't catch all the time, so see what's going on there. So now we're just going to take this back plate off. Looks like oh! Alright, not good. Alright, don't pull that up. Here's your spring. Alright. So a lot of stuff just fell out of that. So this looks like this was in here. That looks like this was in here. So here's what we got going on here. So this has a spring in it, and this has a spring down here. So aside from the big spring, you have these two which butt up against each other. So when you pull this, that has to stick. So for that to not do that, because the way this was sitting in there, okay, and this pulls. I see what the problem is now. This isn't supposed to be two parts. This broke. So it's supposed to go like that. Okay, so there's that. Time to see what's going on with this puppy. So what we're going to do, I'll move this down here. We'll yank this back cover off. Take a look in the crankcase, see what's going on there. I replaced this gasket not too long ago. Jeez Louise. Thing's jumping. Let's see if it comes off okay. Still there. Definitely wet. Seems really good to me. You see it spinning? Put my finger over here. Yeah, that's creating good compression. I have a feeling this carb just took a poop. Why was it leaking gas? Okay. Let's So here we go. Especially with how little this surface is right here. Okay, now we're back. So I'm just gonna give it a smidge of a torque. So we'll come back. We're just kind of wrapping up here. I'll make sure you give it a nice little tighten down. Okay. Gas line's do a good job sticking on there. Okay. So that's good. I have a feeling something released over here. I can hear it. Well, certainly a leakage still. Who knows, maybe the needle's just not, got some junk in the needle or something. Suppose it happens. I don't hear it anymore. Diaphragm, or the metering. Diaphragm looks good. Okay. Gasket side down. Let me get fuel line real fast. I believe it's the bottom one. Weird. You know what I heard? Is I heard it make a noise. There's no done. Yeah, I can hear it again. You hear that? Oh, it was me. Me pressing the primer bulb. See, now I don't hear anything. Seems like it works okay now. Let's just take a look at this side. Janky zip. I don't see anything. That looks pretty good to me. Looks really clean. Yeah, I didn't think it was coming from this side anyways. Now what I did have a problem with before was this thing. I do think this thing is leaking a little bit. You know, I think something just got stuck in the needle there. Weird. thing. Yeah, I don't think this thing's in bad shape. I think I'm just gonna see if I can find a string or a spring for this. I'm gonna put this back on. And if I can snag a spring, I'll get back to you guys on it. All right, so we're back to the Ryobi. I ended up getting a part. It was about 17 bucks. It's for the whole unit, for the starter pulley in here. Spring broke on it. She's done. So what we're gonna do is I am going to put that into there and then put all this together. And we're gonna try a little YouTube trick where all I do is take my hand, put it over the camera, and then I pull my hand away and it is magically put back together. So happens almost every time you do that. So we're gonna start doing that for Reassembly, and everything's put back together. Now let's just see if we actually fixed it. So let's test it out. Well, that was it. So the carb, the needle, looked like it was leaking a bit. We went in there, screwed around with the metering diaphragm on that. Something must have just got caught in there. Everything else looked good. Spring on the starter busted. Swap that out for a new one, and she's back. So we're gonna take this old Troy belt that I was using kind of in the meantime, put the gas into that, get this back as my main one, and start wrenching on some actual like cool stuff. I'll show you a couple items I have here that we're going to work on. So I have this 4-stroke little weed eater body with a hedger. My dad found that on the street. We're going to get that running for him, cheap as possible. I got this 2-stroke outboard. We'll kind of screw around with that pretty soon. Probably either give this to somebody who is looking for a small boat or has one, or try to sell it. So we'll see. And then the big things, consider this a little modest wrenching sneak peek into the chamber. I have a couple pieces here I'm getting ready to work on. I have an XL 113 with a bar. I just bought the chain. That thing is pretty much complete. We're going to clean that and work on it. I have a super easy that I've been wanting to do a full restoration on. the crankcase body has a crack in it, so we need to buy another one. I think it was like 20 bucks or 30 bucks on eBay. So, oh, mood lighting. All right, better. And then down there, just got this from my wife's uncle. A Super XL that's been sitting in a garage for probably 30 years. So that should be pretty much complete. That is complete, the XL 113, because I have ran it, but we're gonna get into it and clean her up and make sure she runs real nice. And then this Super Easy is gonna be a full resto that I'm gonna document everything on the channel. And we're gonna try, I've been doing spray can painting. This may be my big investment in either, you know, an enamel base type paint setup, or shit, even seeing about powder coating or something like that now that they have home systems. So those are kind of in the works, but other than that, very satisfied. So we're gonna get gas out of here, put that away, but it was a win. So I'm glad that that's back, minimal investment. So till next time, guys. Okay.
Everyone knows Juanita driving different colors. Her teeth sticks out and her chin goes, yeah. That's not a word. Sleeping present, and her probably give me a chance.